So I'm joined by Robbie Blake after watching the Rocks 2-1 home loss to Hornchurch. Robbie, I know you've just had a long chat with the players, but I don't really think there's nothing much to be said other than we must do better.
Yeah, absolutely. We must deal with the conditions in the first half better. We didn't hold the ball up well enough. We weren't physical enough in terms of them situations when we had it. And then in the second half, I was saying to Neil and Jack, listen, let's just get to 1-0 at half time. And then I felt as though we could go on and win the game just with the conditions. And obviously to get the second goal, which is obviously from their point of view, they'll say it's a great goal. It's disappointing from us because there's so many times it could be stopped and prevented. But it is what it is, and these are all like learning curves for these young lads. We've got a lot of young lads that are just coming out of academy football and learning real physical men's football, and we're just disappointed with our home form. The home form with the supporters we're getting in has been nowhere near good enough, and it's something that Mick and Jack have to address.
Yeah, well, going on from Margate last week, we thought, if we can win today, then we'll be pushing the playoffs. Of course, we've got a busy Christmas period coming up. Hornchurch a bit below us, but I thought Hornchurch defended well today, and we didn't just have quite enough up front to create many chances.
Yeah, we were just a little bit lightweight up front, and even when we had the majority of the ball in the second half, we didn't have enough shots at goal, didn't create enough chances when we got in dangerous areas, and then we started forcing things which in the end resulted in them having two clear-cut chances at the end. So for all the dominance in terms of the ball, they had probably the two best chances in the second half, which probably should have killed the game off. But we like you say, we've got a lot of young lads who are still learning the game, and it's the first season at the football club, and we're just a little bit naive at the minute, a little bit soft. We've got a little bit of a soft undertone to us, which we need to address, and hopefully these players will be learning every game, and you always learn in the defeats and the games that you didn't play particularly well in. So I'm pretty sure if you ask certain players, I don't want to name them, certain players, they'll probably go home, because I know they're good kids and they care. They'll probably go home and analyse the performance and know they can do better.
Well, going on to a couple of injuries, we saw Joe Cook going off again. He's fit enough to start the game. Of course, he passed the fitness test before, but he seemed to struggle a bit with his tackles, like grinting a bit. Yeah. Is there any knee? Has he got a? Is it his knee?
No, I think it's his thigh. So we need to have a look at Cook's, and maybe similar situation to when he had his bad toe. He probably needs to come out a little bit and make sure he's fully fit before he plays again. So he obviously hasn't been fully fit probably, but fair play to him wanting to play. But it's just it is what it is.
Well, I said in the commentary box, it's just the same as you. Then getting that second goal, but us getting back into it with the last kick of the first half from the penalty spot, we thought we could have come out.
And we did second half. We had a couple of chances, and if one of them goes in, it's a different game. But like we say, we're not taking anything away from Hornchurch. We didn't do enough with the ball in the second half. I would like to thank the supporters coming out in hundreds again. Great support, and it was very cold, and it was just a shame that we didn't put on a good performance and we didn't get a win for them. So we asked them to stick with it, because I think they see the process that we're trying to do. And that's only our third game we've lost so far this season, and all at home, which is disappointing, because we're top of the table, or joint top, I think, away from home form, and we're 5th, 16th, probably even more so now further down, which for a team like Bognor and the way the home form's normally good, it's not acceptable.
Yeah, well, it's one of them things, isn't it, where Margate on an artificial pitch, coming onto this grass pitch, the wind was a joke. Do you blame the second goal on Amadou's positioning, or would you just put it down to just a bit of luck?
No, I think we ask Amadou to try and play out. That's the way we play, and I blame Harrison really more so than, because when the ball comes up to Harrison, he's got to hold it up. He's got to be strong. Certainly when the ball's on the floor, he's got to do so much better. And listen, you get them free goals. It's a free goal. He's obviously, if there was no wind about, he wouldn't have tried that shot. So, it is what it is. But no, I definitely don't blame Amadou for the goal.
Well, Amadou, of course, if it wasn't for Amadou, it could have been about 5 or 6-1.
Yeah.
But we're going on to Harrogate next week. Do you think you'll play Joe Cook, or do you think you'll just rest him at the team?
No idea at the minute. I think we could make changes based on the performance as well. So that's something that me and Jack will have a look at, and I'm pretty sure we'll give it good thought and try and come up with a team that can go there and win the game.
Well, Robbie, so much honest interview again as always, and I know it was constructive in there, because we couldn't hear any shouting. So That's what the players need, constructive
Yeah, no,
criticism.
no,
No
you-
point shouting. But other than that, Robbie, see you next week, mate, and all
Cheers,
the best.
mate.
Bye bye, mate. Bye bye.
Take it easy.